This is that new JINMING or JM MP5 V3 that you can get from gellblastergun.com. Great MP5 style blaster, big step up from the V2, just a lot better quality. Takes a lot of things that kind of copies from the LDT MP5, which is a much more expensive blaster. But it's definitely well-made, good blaster, and good performance out of the box. You're at about 250 FPS if you watched the demo of this previously. So it's already performing well, comes to you with metal gears, comes to you, set up pretty good. And the only thing I'm going to do is change the spring on it, which is actually really easy. So all you do is pop this pin, right, and that lets you pull this whole stock off the back, okay? So just set that to the side so you don't lose the pin. And then we just have to do one screw. So you'll see here that on the back, right, there's two screws. Do not unscrew that one. It's a pain to get back on, so just don't. You don't need to. You just need to unscrew the bottom screw. And then this will slide out like this. That'll stay connected. And then that's right where your pin is, your retention pin for your spring, which I've already popped out, okay? So you just reach in there with your screwdriver, your flathead, and turn it so you can pull your spring out. So, right, so this is what, you're just reaching in like you would on any gearbox, pushing in, turning, so that these notches line up with the slots, and it can pop, you can pop the whole thing out. Okay, so here is the factory spring, right? And then this is a 1.2 spring. So this is getting really good performance with this spring, which is considerably smaller. A 1.2 is not a huge spring. It's about an M85. But that's what we're going to go ahead and put in there. I don't want to go too crazy, so we're going to go ahead and put that in there. And again, people have asked recently about putting the spring back in. It's just doing the same thing in reverse as taking it out. So it's pretty straightforward and easy to do. And it's hard, I can't really show you on camera, but all you have to do is, turn it in, right? I know it's kind of hard to see. Get that to pop back in place. You can see it's pop back in, and that's it. Then that's all the spring upgrade takes. So this is one of those that's got a super easy spring upgrade. You don't even have to really take the blaster apart at all, which is always nice because a spring upgrade's pretty easy as it is, but it's even nicer when you don't have to actually dismantle the blaster. So then you're just going to screw that back in. We're good to go on that. So I thought I'd also take this time to show you some of the custom stuff I'm gonna do to this, right? First off is I had an extra piece from an old V2 that's no longer around, so I made a buffer tube attachment. Now, it is possible that you could open this up, reroute the wire, put the buffer tube or the battery back here. This, again, well-made blaster, nice blaster, ambidextrous selector and everything, and I don't think I gain a lot by doing that, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm just going to put the buffer tube on here so that you have a nice kind of CQB style stock on there. So that's an option, and that way you can always, of course, switch back to that stock if you want. Printed a nice M-lock handguard here, okay? So this will go on the front, and I just made a little jumper for the battery so you don't even have to cut any wires. That'll go there, and then here's your battery box. So that'll be really nice put together. Some mag releases, a rail for one side. It's going to look really nice. So I'm going to get that all put together, show it to you, and of course we'll test it out with the new spring and see what kind of FPS we are at now. Comments, questions, post them below. Like, subscribe, share my channel with your friends, participate in those monthly giveaways, and check out jellblastergun.com. Thanks.